Hey man, what's going on? Hey, listen, there's been delays on a lot of things, but I think I have it all together now. Um, I've got I'm going into my recording rig. I'm going into Logic now. Got a mic. You know, everything should be a lot more clear. New phone, which is taking the video. So it's all should be good. Hope you're good, man. I don't know where you're at, Colorado, L.A., out in the desert, but hope all is good. And again, sorry about the delay, but it took a little while for me to kind of get this stuff together. So now I'm getting it together. So listen, man, I thought I would start out with bebop scales. All right. Now I know that we've maybe done them before, but I want to set it out and make sure you have it all how to compose the bebop scales from all the modes, right? So the bebop scales are amazing, and again, you know me, I keep on telling people all the time, it's like the scales didn't come first. The music came first, and then we started adding scales more and more on how to define it. Really, it's not like I'm going to play a scale. It's like no, it's like there's lines in there. There's lines in there. It's not like, man, I'm just gonna play the bebop scale to make it sound like the bebop scale. No, there's lines that they can be formed. Also, if you think about it for a second, think about the bebop genre. When it was really happening with Dizzy and Monk and Parker. They're playing what, a lot of fast stuff, right? Think about it. How many eighth notes are there in a bar of four? Eight. And guess what? The bebop scales are octatonic scales. They're 8-note scales. So what that does is you're able to kind of just float through, from anywhere you kind of want to, and you're still going to keep the chord tones on the downbeat. That was kind of what was happening there. They were just kind of, it was like, I'm sure that they didn't sit down and go, let me see how I can do this. No, they were just doing it, and now we know what it is. So, all right, with all that said and done, let's do them in C. Doing it'll fun in C, and let's do the C major scale. So let me explain a couple things. All right, one thing is if your mode scale, chord scale, whatever you want to call it, if it has a flat 7, then the passing tone that you're going to add is between the flat 7 and the 1. Okay? So there's going to be a chromatic passing tone from the flat 7 to the 1. So if we do like a mixolydian, like G mixolydian, it's like G, A, B, C, D, E, F, F sharp, G. That's what I call the bebop. Is the passing tone between the 7 and the 8 there, the flat 7 and the 8. So descending, right? So that's for modes that have flat 7. Every mode that has a flat 7, doesn't matter, Locrian natural 9, Lydian sharp 5, all the ones from the not Lydian sharp 5 actually, Lydian flat 7, all the modes from the melodic minor, even all the modes from the harmonic minor, they're all going to have the passing tone between the flat 7 and the 1 if it's a minor mode or if it has a flat 7 in the mode. Okay, now let's look at the major 7, modes with major 7. So the modes with major 7, if I can say that one more time, those are the half step is going to be between the 5 and the 6, right? So between the 5 and the 6 is where you're going to put the passing tone on modes that have a major 7, which means major, Lydian, melodic minor, right? Lydian sharp 5, those have major 7s, and that's where you're going to have the half step between the 5 and the 6. All right, so let's start off with that then. Let's start off with C major. All right. Now the thing that I can always say about that mode or that bebop scale, the major bebop scale, is that it's the opening lines for Donna Lee is exactly a major 7 bebop scale. It's like, but it goes here, but just to play the straight up C major, it's going to be C, D, E, F, G, G sharp, A, B, C. And so the fingering that I think is the easiest, the most optimum for everybody, is actually and then put your middle finger on the 5th, so you can go 5 sharp 5. It's not really sharp 5, but it's a passing tone. 5 passing tone, 6, then 7 1. So now you've got on the downbeat are the chord tones: root, 3rd, 5th, 6th. You actually have the 6th now, so it's the 7 doesn't come on the downbeat here on the major one, but so the different scale degrees you have is 1, 3, 5, 6. So the way to really kind of practice it then is to practice it from all the scale degrees of that particular bebop scale, right? So we're not going to do it from the 7. We're actually going to substitute the 6 for the 7. Now that happens a lot, especially in big band charts, which you're probably familiar with. The 6 a lot of the times substitutes for the 7 when you voice something down. Like when you usually voice something down, you got the melody, right? Melody's going to be on the top. Maybe the trumpet's going to take the melody. And so let's say the melody was the root. If the melody was the root, then the next note that you're going to voice down to the tenor or to the alto. Let's say the trumpet has the melody note, and it's the root. So let's say it's a C major chord. So C, and so then B is the 7th. But you can always substitute the 6 for the 7. I don't know about always. I usually don't say that. But so anyways, so that's what we're looking at here, right? So here's from the root. Right? Now, let's do it from the 3rd, right? Still keeping the chromatic passing tone between the 5 and the 6, right? So if it's going to be the 5 and the 6, we're going to start on the 3rd, right? So it's going to be like this. Here's one way you could do it: 3, 4, ba 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 ba. Or maybe easier would be something like this. I like that actually. That feels good. So it's like 3, 4, then 5 passing tone, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Just kind of screwing around. It's fun, right? Bass is great. So anyways, so that's from the 3rd. All right, let's do it from the 5th, right? I actually like it from the 5th. Not that I don't like it from the root or the 3rd, but from the 5th, I really like it because it starts right out with the chromatic passing tone. So it's like 5, 6. Something like, or right? So that's from the 5th, all right? We're not going to do it from the 7th, but we're going to do it from the 6th. All that big speech I gave about substituting the 6 for the 7, right? So let's put the 6 in there. Let's start on the 6. So we're started actually on the A. So it's, which is actually the same way you do a natural minor bebop, Aeolian bebop. But we're looking at it on the standpoint sort of from C major, 6, 7, 1, 2, and the passing tone, right? There's the 5th, flat 7, up to the 1. So that's the C major, all right? That's C major. Let's look at D Dorian, all right? D Dorian, there's a half step between the flat 7 and the 1, right? Because that has a Dorian mode has a flat 7. So let's do a D Dorian. So check it out. There's your bebop. One, two, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, chromatic passing to the 1, all right? So that's on the root. Let's do it on the 3rd, right? So let's do it on the F, all right? Still, bebop is still going to stay in the same place, which is going to be from C to D, right? So let's do it from the 5th, right? Let's do it from the A. So it's still going to be between the C and the D. Let me do that one more time. Between the C and the D. Fingering gets a little bit, it's not perfect, but so you that's the way it is, right? You move your hand around just a little bit. So you could do it that way, or you could do it this way, actually, from the little finger. Usually, if I have a choice between crossing 4 strings, right, or using 3 strings, I usually end up going for the 3 strings. So here's crossing 4 strings. Which is quite fine. But if you stay on 3 strings, it's going to be something like this. Right? So that's on the 5th. Let's do it on the flat 7, right? So let's do it on the C. Right? So it's going to be... octave higher. Good. Let's go to Phrygian. Phrygian is going to be also a flat 7, right? Flat 7 on the Phrygian. So we're gonna do this the chromatic passing tone from the flat 7 to the 1, right? So let's do E Phrygian, right? So it's like You know, that's just kind of using it to make some lines, so you just don't hear it always as a scale, right? But you know, that's from the 1. Let's do it from the 3rd. Let's do it from the G. Still, the passing is going to be between the C and the D. So, my bad. The passing still is going to be between the D and the E. So if we start on, think for a second. So if we're going to start on the G, it's going to be like, it's still going to be between the D and the C, the D and the E. So it's going to be like this. D and the E. So check it out. Probably a better way to do it is like this. Again, I'm crossing 4 strings, but that's all right. Right, that's from the G. You're still going to have, that's from the 3rd of the Phrygian mode. Let's do it from the 5th. The 5th is going to be the B. Still, the half step is still going to be between the E. My bad, between the D and the E. So we're going to go. You know, you've got your options, man. Let's say I start with my first finger. To start with my first finger, I'm going to have to move around right off the bat. So it's going to be ba-boop, then ba-boo-da. There's the bebop, or the flat 7 between the chromatic passing between the flat 7 and the 1. That feels pretty good, actually. Or you can do it like this. Right? That's from the 5th. Let's do it from the flat 7, right? The flat 7 is the D. So we've got this. So you start right out with the chromatic passing tone. That's one way to do it. Ba, 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 da. Flat 7, chromatic passing tone, root, flat 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6, flat 7, 1. So the chord tones are all in the downbeat there. Okay, excellent. Let's go to Lydian. Lydian is one that has a major 7. So what are we going to do with the major 7? We're going to do we're going to do the chromatic passing tone between the 5 and the 6. So 5 and the 6 on an F is going to be from C to D. So it's going to be like this. Very similar to the major, except this has a sharp 4. Passing tone 6, 7, 1. Right. Let's do it from the 3rd, right? Same thing. Passing tone is still going to be between the 5 and the 6, and that's going to be between C and D. So we can do something like this. again, between the 5 and the 6, between the C and the D. You can also do it like this, ba, ba, maybe something like that. Ba, 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 do, ba, ba, do, ba, 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 ya, ba, 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 ya, ba, ba. What is that? 3, sorry. 3, sharp 4, 5, passing tone 6, 7, 1. Ba, 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 do, ba, do, boo, tap. Ba, 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 ya, ba, ba. Or boo, ba, 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 do, ba, do, do, tap. Ba, da, ba, ya, ba, ba, ya, ba, ba. So that's from the 3. Let's do it from the 5. So we're going to start out straight up with the chromatic passing tone. So it's going to be passing tone 6, 7 root, 9, 3, 5, right? That's from the 5. From the 6. So we're going to go just like the major. We're going to start from the 6, not the 7. We're going to substitute 6 for 7 as far as the chord tone goes, right? So straight up, the passing tone is still going to be between the C and the D. So you start off on the D. That happens to be the same as Dorian, right? But don't look at it so much like, oh, I'm playing that. Look at it like you're playing it from the chord tone, right? So it's going to be 5, 6, my bad, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, passing tone 6, right? Good. Let's do mixo, which is the funnest, which is the one I probably use the most, and descending too. I think it sounds great, but ascending is good too. So check it out. G mixo, man. Flat 7, so you're going to have a passing tone between the flat 7 and the 1. Lots of lines from bebop era have the dominant bebop a lot. I like that actually. That's so bebop, right? Something like that, right? That's just kind of adding to it. That's not just the bebop there, right? We're going to add a little bit more, but it's from the bebop. It's from the bebop. That's where it's actually from. That makes sense, right? So that's mixo. That's mixo from the 1. So we got 1. And I wanted to say too is that it's good to actually do these 2 octaves just like the other scales 2 octaves. In this case, you're most likely want to grab it on the 5 string, right? On the 5th string, so it's like 2 octaves. No big deal at all. Right? So that's 2 octaves. We're not going to go all the way in 2 octaves today, but keep that in mind, all right? So that was from the 1. Let's do it from the 3rd. Let's do it from the B. Again, the passing tone is still going to be between the flat 7 and the 1. And on the Mixolydian, the G mixo, flat 7 is F, G is 1. So that's where the passing tone is going to fall, right? So love that. Or that's some stuff we'll get into, but you know. Yeah, having some fun. So that's from the third. The third. Let's go from the fifth. So the fifth is the D. So, check it out. You can do it a couple different ways. You can go like this. Or something like this. That feels good because it feels like you're like going in a forward motion. Excellent. Well, sounds all right. So anyways, so from the fifth, you go straight up from the D. So it's like ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ya. How about from the flat seven, right? Flat seven is going to be from the F. So it's going to be straight up. Straight up, you're going to start with bebop. You're going to start with the passing tone. So it's like, I like that sound. The thing that I like about this is this particular shape from the seven, from the flat seven, is it's a Lydian type of sound. Then you got the right. I like that. So that's the mixo. Let's go to the Aeolian. Aeolian. Where's the flat seven? Where's the passing half note, the chromatic passing tone? Between the flat seven and the one, because it's a mode that has a minor seven. So let's do that. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, ba ya, ba ba da ba da ba do, right? Ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba da ba do ba do ba ba da, ba da ba da ba da, ba 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 da do ba do ba do. Right. Good. That's from the one. Let's do it from the flat 3. Let's do it from the C, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the same as the major pentatonic. Not pentatonic. I got pentatonics in my brain, man, in my ears. It's going to be the same as the major scale because the 5 on a major, C major, is G to A. But let's see if I can figure this out. But from the flat 3 of the flat 3 on the A minor is a C. So it's like again, looking at it from the Aeolian standpoint, the flat 7, the chromatic passing tone is from the flat 7 to the 1, right? Good. Let me do that again from the flat 3 of the A minor. Same as major bebop. Let's do it from the 5. Let's do it from the E, right? Let's do it from the E. Passing tone is still going to be where? It's still going to be between the G and the A. So maybe something like this. something like this. Let me think for a second. Yeah. Chromatic passing from the flat 7 to the 1 on the A minor 7 on the Aeolian. Right? Let's do it from the flat 7. So we're going to go straight up from the G to the A. That's from the flat 7. Okay? Let's do the last one. Let's do Locrian. Locrian's fun, right? Locrian's always fun. So, let's play a straight up Locrian mode, which is what? 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 13, flat 7, 1. So again, the chromatic passing tone is going to be between the flat 7 and the 1. In this case, the A and the B, right? So we got... So that's from the root. Now, what I like to do, just to give you an idea, what I like to do is not always to have it like ba ba da, but if you still want that passing tone on the upbeat, then play the first note. Play the first note on the root. Play the root on the upbeat. Ba ba ya, and do that. Ba ba ya ba da ba da ba ya. You still have the passing tone between the flat 7 and the 1. So that's from the root. Let's do it from the third. So the D, still going to be the passing tone. Is going to still be between the A and the B. Again, I'm crossing 4 strings, but that feels actually okay. My bad. Maybe you could start it here. What you got to do is shift. Or like this. I actually like that. Flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 13, flat 7, passing tone, root, flat 2, 3, Let's do it from the flat 5, right? The flat 5 is going to be what? B minor 7 flat 5 is going to be from the F. So it's still going to be a passing tone between the flat 7 and the 1 on the B minor 7 flat 5 chord, right? So we're going to go. Right. Get your low B there. So that's from the flat 5 again, from the F. Let's do it from the flat 7. Flat 7 is going to be the what? Flat 7 is going to be the A. So you're going to start straight up with the chromatic passing tone. So it's straight up flat 7. This is fun because it's got four. No, you got chromaticism right from the bat. Right. Good. Listen, man, that's all of them. All right. Um, yeah, that's all of them. No, wait. From the flat 7. Did I do from the flat 7? Yes, from the flat 7 was the last one. So that's all the modes from the Gregorian modes made into a bebop scale. Okay, so remember, if it has a flat 7 in the scale, the chromatic passing tone is between the flat 7 and the 1, or flat 7 and the 8, however you want to say that. If it has a major 7, then the passing tone, the chromatic passing tone, is between the 5 and the 6. And that's the same thing with melodic minor and all those, like melodic minor. Just to take melodic minor for an instance, all right, melodic minor has a major 7, right? So it's going to be we call it the tonic minor bop, right? Or the tonic bop. No, it's the tonic minor bebop scale, right? So it's going to be like this. I love that. You know, minor mode. So we'll get into those ones the next time. All right, man. Well, this is the first major, minor, dominant, and minor 7 flat 5. But you know what I mean. It's the first video that I'm doing, with the whole system. So let's make sure it all goes well, and I'll catch you on the next time. All right, man, because I got a lot of videos for you. All right, take care. All right.